Hey there! Today I'm going to show you how to make a Valentine's welcome sign. First thing I'm doing is opening and prepping all of my vinyl. I'm removing that outer plastic that protects it, measuring and cutting my vinyl down to the size of pieces that I need. And I like to remove the color name label from the packaging and glue it to the inside of the vinyl roll so that I have the name of that vinyl always available to me in the future if I need to reference it or if I need to replace it. The other thing that I'm doing here is removing the plastic top layer that is on a lot of these rolls of vinyl. You will see here in a minute I forgot to do one of them, so I show removing that. So watch for that if you want to see it. Now that I have all of my vinyl prepped, I'm going to start cutting out all of my sign elements. I don't always do this, I just happened to do it for this project, but before removing my vinyl from the mat, I decided to do all of my weeding. As a reminder or as new information to anybody who is new to working with vinyl, weeding is when you remove all of the excess vinyl that you will not be using for the project. One of my tips that I like to make sure that I always point out when doing these projects is when you are removing the vinyl from the mat, you want to flip the mat over so that it's upside down and essentially roll the mat away from the vinyl. What this does is that protects your vinyl from creasing, from ripping, from getting bubbles in it, anything like that. This is also true when working with cardstock. Cardstock can easily curl, crease, or get bent or ripped if you try and pull it off of the mat. So you always want to flip the mat over for removing cardstock as well. So we're just going to sit back for a minute and enjoy the cutting and weeding and removing from the mat process. For this last piece, it is 24 inches long, so I have to use a longer mat to cut it. And what I do is I make sure to adhere the corners and then roll out that vinyl so that it goes on flat and isn't full of bubbles. And then when I weed glitter vinyl or other thicker materials, I like to use a bright pad or some kind of backlight to help me see the cut lines so that as I weed, I can have that guide and see exactly what I'm doing so that I don't end up messing up my design. I ended up cutting this in half so that it was easier to weed as well as adhere in just a few minutes. I used yellow tack transfer tape for that black vinyl because it is a stronger tack and the black vinyl is glitter vinyl. I saved that backing so that I could make sure that I had everything lined up when I adhered that second piece. Now we are moving on to the truck. I am using parchment paper to line up with the wheels so that they are placed exactly where I want them to be. One thing I wanted to point out, I did not show it in my video for the sake of time, but I did create a buffalo plaid look with black glitter vinyl. It was a bit tedious and long to weed, but in my opinion, totally worth it. I love the buffalo plaid look and I wanted to use that for this sign. A couple things that I want to point out is that buffalo plaid is typically specific colors, meaning red, green, white and black, maybe blue. For this is Valentine's Day and I wanted the buffalo plaid look, but I wanted it to be the right Valentine colors, and so I created my own buffalo plaid. There are a number of buffalo plaid templates out there that you can use with any kind of vinyl to create your own buffalo plaid look. Rather than apply the hearts layer by layer to my sign, I put them all on my transfer tape at the same time to make sure that they were lining up exactly how I wanted them to, as well as allowing me to only have to use that transfer tape one time in sticking it down to this wood. What I found when I was applying the letters and the truck was that some of the paint was coming up with my transfer tape, and I wanted to be able to just use one piece of transfer tape and not risk the integrity of the paint of the sign. So that's why I did that one layer. I also saved these black hearts for last because I wanted to place them a little bit differently than I had originally planned, and so placing them by hand allowed me to do that. Now for the final touches, I have some red hearts cut out in bubble-free Mirachrome vinyl, and I'm just going to finish adding those, and then this sign is done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you have questions, please be sure to comment. See you next time.